Welcome back. The Ekurhuleni Community Safety MMC has assured the residents that the Metro Police and Disaster Management Services are ready for the festive season. Khathutshelo Rasilingwane says the municipality is beefing up security across the metro to ensure the safety of residents and property during the December holidays. For more on this, we are joined by MMC Rasilingwane. MMC, thank you so much for joining us this evening, and congratulations on your new portfolio. What's the vision that you have for the community safety in Ekurhuleni?
Good evening, Katlego, and good evening to the viewers. Thank you so much for having me. So we, as the Community Safety Department in the city of Ekurhuleni, we have planned programs in preparation for the festive season. Given the fact that we have seen previously that during these times there is quite a lot of high numbers of accidents, which then leads to fatalities and injuries on our road. And so we have come up with a program that is going to run across the city. Our program was launched last week, 2 weeks ago, apologies for that, where we focused on creating awareness as well as educating residents on the importance of road safety.
Most certainly. And apart from accidents and road safety, surely there are other types of crimes that residents should be more vigilant of. Can you just take us through some of the highlights, especially for the city of Ekurhuleni, that you would implore the citizens to be aware of when it comes to crimes in that area?
That is quite very correct. So obviously during these times there is quite a lot of numbers of people that goes to the malls. Obviously a lot of people on the roads. There's a lot of people that makes use of entertainment areas. And so what we have done as the city is that we are deploying our officers to malls as well as shopping complexes. As you would know that during these times people receive their bonuses, some receive money from Stokvels, whereby we have seen previously that there's quite a lot of number of fraud that actually takes place from ATMs or other banks. And so we are deploying our law officers to ensure that there is law enforcement and there is high police visibility to ensure that the residents of Ekurhuleni are safe.
I mean, we spoke earlier on to the spokesperson for Postbank, and he highlighted the very same problems, especially when it comes to fraud and ATMs, and that residents are experiencing a lot of that, especially during the festive season. What challenges do you foresee during this period, and how do you plan on tackling them?
So obviously there is a lot of scams that takes place from ATMs, but we strongly believe that when there is high police visibility showing face across our malls, it will somehow bring some sense of, showing the criminal people that are doing criminal activities, that we are quite very serious about fighting these crime activities that does take place. So we are ensuring our residents to make sure that they do stay vigilant and urgently report cases where they feel like they're not feeling comfortable, that they do talk to the securities. We will be working together with securities from various malls to ensure that our EMPD are then able to assist to ensure that the criminal activities doesn't succeed.
So maybe let's just unpack some of the resources that would be deployed. I mean, you're speaking of the relationships with the securities. You made mention earlier on that to avert road fatalities, you're going to be looking in embarking on a lot of roadblocks. Can you tell us maybe the number of police and traffic officers that you're looking to have on the roads to ensure the safety?
All right, so we are looking at 2,923 officers that will be within our roads across the city, as well as other areas that we have identified, places like the crime hotspot within certain areas. And so we are looking at quite a number of officers that will be, showing visibilities across the city. So we currently have 2,923 officers that will be on the road. And we also are relying on our command office, center that has quite a lot of cameras that is able to, assist us in a way of fighting crimes, as well as we've joined hands with SEPs to ensure that there is quite a lot of, us that are visible within, as well as security companies that we have joined force with to ensure that there is partnership to help curb the crime that we normally face during these times.
How important is it for community involvement itself, for the people of Ekurhuleni to hold hands with all these other structures and resources that you have put in place in ensuring that they report some of the crimes that take place, and also ensuring that they themselves are citizens that are not found drinking and driving or driving at high speeds, in order for us to ensure that everyone is safe?
So we strongly believe that, of course, we have the resources to be able to assist the resident, but we strongly believe that it also takes some sense of responsibility from residents. For in case, we do encourage parents as well as, fathers to make sure that they encourage their children to not drive while they've just had drink. And we also encourage residents, because a lot of this accident is actually human errors that are caused on our roads. And so we are encouraging residents to not drive with high speed, and also to ensure that they do wear their safety belts to ensure that they stay safe. We have seen quite a lot of numbers of parents in cars where they will be wearing safety belt, but when you look at their children, they're not actually covered in that end. And so we are encouraging residents to be responsible, to ensure that they don't drink and drive, to ensure that they don't overtake recklessly, and also to ensure that if you know that you will be drinking, that you would rather stay at home to avoid, involving other people that are innocent into those accidents. We have seen previously that a lot of people that actually are involved or that end up dying, it's actually people that are not on a wrong. Just 4 weeks ago, we had an officer that was on duty where he was involved in an accident and he was hit by someone that was drinking and driving. And so we are calling upon residents to please take it upon themselves to ensure that they are responsible in whatever that they will be doing during this festival season.
Now, earlier today, the National Police Commissioner General Fani Masemula outlined the national plans of ensuring that there's safety in the country, and a lot of their priority will be towards women and children, and especially GBV. Do you have any resources that would be allocated, especially when we're seeing so many children being abducted in a lot of our townships and other areas? Will you be deploying resources that would specifically be focusing on women and children?
Of course we will be. Obviously my department as community safety, we have joined hands together with the MMC for Health and Social Development to forge away a plan where we will be able to create visibility, again, not just officers, but also officials that of course focuses on health and social development, to ensure that there is awareness that is created, there is education that is created to parents to ensure that they do take care of their children. You would know that we do have cases for in case where people go out for entertainment, where you find that children are, drowning in swimming pools. And so we are encouraging parents to please take care of their children. There are obviously lifeguards that will be out there to ensure that they do also assist their parents in taking care of the children. But I think over and above that, our officers will be working hand in hand with the health officials as well as the social development one to ensure that kids are taken care of, and to ensure that when their cases are reported, that they are urgently attended to.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us this evening, MMC, and for giving us that report on the work that you will be doing this festive season. Thank you for joining us this evening. We really appreciate your time. That was Ekurhuleni Community Safety MMC, Khathutshelo Rasilingwane.